The retail industry has always been one of the highest exposure classes of business in cyber insurance for many reasons. When a retailer suffers a security breach, nearly every section of their cyber insurance policy is going to be triggered. But let's look at what the major concerns are. Because retailers almost always collect vast amounts of customer data, such as credit card information and other forms of personally identifiable information, they have a lot of responsibilities following a breach, which incurs a lot of costs. Immediately following a breach, retailers would have to hire breach counsel as well as a forensics team to help them navigate their response. Retailers would also have to notify their clients whose information could be at risk and offer them free credit monitoring services, and this cost can rack up quickly, especially for larger retailers who may store information for millions of customers. They will also have to comply with regulatory agencies and potentially pay fines and penalties. And with most retailers utilizing online retail, they may have to comply with the laws of many different states, which will only increase their legal fees. Two of the biggest fears retailers should have after a security breach, however, should be the business interruption exposure as well as the reputational damage they may incur. When a retailer goes through a ransomware attack, it is common that they could be shut down for days, and in some cases even weeks or months. During this recovery period, the retailer likely is not able to make sales, which will greatly affect their revenues. Retailers can also experience business interruption losses, even if the breach does not occur on their network. For example, if the retailer's third-party payment processor they use for payments were to be shut down following a security breach, the retailer may not be able to take payments for a period, which would result in a loss of revenue. Perhaps what should be the biggest concern for retailers following a breach is what it will mean for their reputation. Retailers will have to notify all of their customers following a breach that their personal information could be at risk, and many times, those customers will not feel comfortable shopping with that retailer anymore. It also creates a situation where the customers will share their story with their family and friends, which only further damages the retailer's reputation. The damage to everything we have mentioned is often enough to force a retailer to have to close their doors soon after going through the breach. If they purchased a broad cyber liability insurance policy, however, they could have coverage for everything mentioned above, and this will help pay for their losses and buy them the time they need to rebuild their reputation and regain the trust of their current and potential new customers. For more information on cyber insurance for retailers, reach out to your ProWriters appointed agency anytime.